Welcome everybody, thank you for joining me. I'm in Wimbledon, just off Wimbledon Common, and you can hear these amazing sounds of birds and nature. And we're going to do a little bit of Qigong self-healing practice. And one of the most important things I've noticed throughout lockdown is how important it is to connect with nature, to keep this connection open. And Qigong actually is a study of nature and our relationship to nature. And we are nature, we come from the earth, we'll go back to the earth. So this is kind of an exciting time for us to remind ourselves. And if you're at home doing this, you can just imagine you're surrounded by nature. We don't actually always have to be in nature, but the mind is so powerful. You can imagine you're in a forest, and just follow me today for best results, and put comments into where you're joining from and what you notice with the practice. We're going to go through self-healing form, some preparation, and some grounding, earthing your energy, de-stressing. So I can't see your comments, but I'm near enough here, and I'm just near this tree, which is probably 200-300 years old. So it feels very grounding just to be standing on the earth next to this big tree. And in Qigong, one of the practices is also exchanging nature with trees. So I'm standing here, my energy is going into the earth, going into this tree, connecting with the roots of the tree up to the heavens, back down through my body, and vice versa, through the tree, through the roots into the earth, up through my body. So Qigong is a practice of reconnecting the body to heaven and earth. So let's start with some grounding practice and a bit of slapping. Any area that's kind of stiff or heavy, you just drop off any weight off the body. And as you're standing, just bend the knees softly and imagine melting into the earth. You're releasing everything down to the earth. Just this is a great de-stressing practice. And I think I've mentioned before, often children and adults, when we have trauma, animals, they shake it off quickly like this. So if you feel any heaviness, anything like this, just shake it off, clear it. And when you stand, feet parallel, width of the shoulders, knees softly bent. So you really feel grounded. Settle the energy down to earth. The yin element is the earth. We ground our physical, heavy energy, even the thoughts, see them as physical, down to earth. Breathing naturally, more emphasis breathing out from the mouth, in through the nose. Just allowing everything to settle down. And in a minute we'll come to the self-healing form, but just taking time to pause, be aware of the body, notice any tension we're holding, and by standing, you might notice one area is a bit tense or not included in the standing. So if you feel it, shake it out. Sometimes working on computers a lot, it might be we use one arm more than the other, or we're left-handed or right-handed, whatever it is, just notice the body tells us, actually, the body is miraculous, it tells us what it needs, but we need to take time to pause and notice, be aware. Start the self-healing form, pushing the energy down towards the earth with the hands without touching the body. Then we come up the inside, fingers point to the middle of the chest, open up the chest. This really helps the lungs, the breathing, and extend as far as you can to the horizon. Opening the whole of the chest. Feet into the earth, knees softly bent. Feel very grounded, and then think of the spine extending to the hands. Spine extending to the hands, you can stretch up, re-step. So connecting to the heaven, connecting to the earth. Just this short kind of meditation, if you stand like this for a while, you really notice the energy coming through the arms, through the legs, through the body. This is a very powerful self-healing meditation. You dip into the heaven, dip into the earth. But for now we're going to continue the movement. Notice the fingertips as if into the sky. Just stretch as much as you can, as if you're catching the light, the chi, the energy to the fingertips. Bringing it down towards the body without touching. Back of the head, front. Lower back, taking the whole body, taking the hips, through the legs, through the feet, into the earth, turn, come up the inside. So we open the front part, create more space in the body, helps all the internal organs, helps the energy to flow through the body, helps the mind to settle. So Qigong has all these benefits. And moving the energy through the body, through the hips, through the legs, get the flow through these areas, sometimes a bit underused or a bit weaker. And allow yourself to open up each time further. Reach the horizon. If you reach so far physically, mentally go twice as far. Go through the walls of your home. Or I'm going to the edge of Wimbledon Common with my hands. Going beyond this tree, which is like 300-400 feet high. I'll show it to you later. Through the branches, into the sky. Catch the energy, catch the light. Bring it down to the body. That's why we call it the self-healing form. Helping the flow of energy, creating space through the body. So while I'm doing this, just to mention, we have a weekly live Qigong class online. If you're interested, you can have a look on the link below. I'll put it in the comments. And also one-to-one work if you're at home or very stressed, even things like long COVID. Qigong can really help to get the energy unblocked and help the body to start the self-healing process. Let's do another 3 times. Movement is always good to actually get the physical body involved. Switch the mind off a little bit because the mind is on the movement, on the body, on the breathing. Just keep everything regular and with ease. No effort needed. One of the things we learn in Qigong is this idea of effortlessness, that you can achieve more with less effort, which doesn't seem logical. But actually it's a principle of even science. When we let go, release, things become easier. You watch athletes when they run and they're winning the race and they tense up, suddenly they lose. Amazing. And the other athletes who are second or third, they relax and win. Push down to the feet. We can do 3 more times without bending. So you can do this sitting down. If you're less mobile, Qigong is very effective even sitting down. You can do it lying down, get the energy reaching to the feet and the whole body included. Push down. We'll do something for the arms and the shoulders and just allow the arms in front of the body, armpits empty. Imagine a balloon under each armpit, so no effort here either. One arm to the other, move up the inside to the shoulder, down the outside to the fingertips, change. So down the outside, up the inside. Breathing out from the mouth, in through the nose. Knees softly bent. Just notice the whole body included in this. Sometimes when we do exercise, even at the gym, for example, often the whole body isn't included. In Qigong we include everything into the practice, from the head to the feet, the mind and the body included always. Once more each side. Come down to the front. and just a little bit of spontaneous movement. So for example, if you put the two hands one on top of the other, open the hands in front, like opening an energy sheet between the hands. Open this sheet between the hands. Notice some connection between the left and the right hand. If I move to my left, it feels like one hand following the other. Move to my right, one hand following the other. Just notice this subtle connection, and then free it up a little bit. So allow the hands to move in front. This is like a spontaneous expression of the Qi, quite graceful, soft, and whichever way the body takes you, you follow it. It doesn't have to be the movements I'm doing, but the main thing is connecting one hand and the other. As if one hand pulling the other, or one hand pushing the other. And sometimes if the body needs to open up more, it might stretch a little bit higher, lower. So once we connect with the Qi, I hope you can sense this, then it becomes like a gentle, effortless movement. In a way, Tai Chi came out of Qigong, and Tai Chi is a kind of specific form where you learn specific movements. Qigong is kind of like a spontaneous form, that once you connect the energy, you move, you allow it to move you in a way, and becomes enjoyable, effortless. Notice the hands quite warm, soft. Whole body included, the legs, the hips, everywhere included. Any questions, put them in the comments. I'll answer always any questions you might have. And since we're out in nature, I want to do a little bit more with the tree that's just behind me. More on grounding, more on sensing this connection with the earth. So I'm going to settle the hands. Often when the hands face downwards, the energy is settled. When we open the hands, the energy moves. So if I give a hint, hand facing down, the other hand coming, facing down, energy becomes more settled. And standing, let's do this, just join me. Standing, wherever you are, if you're at home, just sense the feet into the earth, melting into the earth, the center of the feet opening up to the earth. Knees are softly bent, the whole body. I'm just feeling really strongly rooted like the tree behind me. Breathing out from the mouth, in through the nose. You can close the eyes gently. I'm going to close my eyes, just sensing the feet, the toes, the roots searching deep into the earth for the connection, for water, for nourishment. The body is always nourished, kept alive by the earth, by this vibrant energy that nature gives us. Mentally go to the center of the earth, a few miles down until the energy reaches the center, comes back to the body. If you have some shaking, readjusting, just follow. Another time, center of the feet, opening to the earth. Reach the center of the earth. Energy naturally returns. This is very good for the lower back, kidney area. But just make sure the knees are softly bent, no pressure on the lower back. One more time, center of the feet, opening to the earth. Energy reaches the center, back to the body. Absorb into the legs, just shaking a little bit the legs, the hips, shoulders, arms, hands. When you shake the hands and the fingers, you become clearer. This is quite a useful one to remember, that we shake the fingers helps relax the internal organs, helps the spine. Put the hands together, open the space between the fingers, quite important to keep this open, keep the fingers always flexible. So when I look at this tree, I'll show you in a minute how tall it is, but when I look at the tree, it's just maybe 300 feet tall, 400, but the roots so deep into the earth. If I stand near the tree and open the hands, it's almost like connecting, feeling the energy from the tree, which is a living thing like myself, through the body. And one thing we notice with Qigong, when you get into a deeper state, for example, now there's an aeroplane flying, just not bothered by it. Normally we get bothered by sounds, we get disturbed easily. When you practice well with Qigong, you notice everything. You feel more centered, more calm, a sense of inner peace. So into the earth, feel very grounded, very grateful for this tree allowing us to be close to it. Just respecting the tree, nature. And then let's put the hands just below the belly button. We call it the Dantian, the main energy center. This in itself is a very effective meditation. You feel the breathing down to here. So you can sit down or stand. Notice this area moving gently. Where young children breathe, where we breathe when we're born. Actually, as adults, if you train yourself to breathe down here, very effective, can really help the whole immune system, the body. Sense the warmth here. This is where our main energy center is. In Chinese, called the Dantian. Same in yoga, main energy center. In Reiki, if you look at all the chakras, this is your main energy chakra or energy center. So for now, we just gather the energy here, we store it here, we build up our inner energy. When you build it up, helps the immune system, prevents many illnesses. If you get ill, you recover much more quickly. Sense this area moving. If you don't sense it moving, you can activate it. You press down, breathe out. Breathing in, it fills up. And then allow it to move by itself. Notice that gentle movement, settling the mind, settling the body. Gently press down 2-3 times to detach. Gradually, hands can come off. So these are just some simple ideas that you can use every day. If you're sitting working in the computer, sense the feet into the earth, grounded. If you're lucky enough to be out in nature, take some time to just release off the body, connect into the earth. Even if you're walking, sense the feet rooted into the earth as you're walking. You gain energy rather than get depleted. And if you can do some standing, meditation or mindfulness practice, just stand and feel the body into the earth. The more we're connected to the earth, the more the energy comes down from the heavens. There's a nice dog here walking. Yeah, and animals love Qigong, by the way. If you have animals, you're practicing, a cat, a dog, they'll often come around your feet and stay with you. So thanks for joining. Take care, everybody. Stay safe, stay well. Put any questions into the comments. I'd love to invite you into my membership group. There are weekly sessions and there's a free week. You can try it out. I'll put the link below. and stay centered, stay grounded. We call this Qigong, but actually life is about staying true to yourself, staying close to nature, staying close to your own nature. And Qigong is the study of becoming a true human being, becoming your true unique self, not comparing ourselves to anybody. And as the aeroplane arrives, I think I shall leave you. Stay well, stay safe, everybody.